Hello, this is Yavin Jr. and this tutorial is going to be focusing on some of the more advanced features of compositing with Blender 2.5 Alpha 2 this time. So if you want to see how to set it up, see my previous tutorial, although with Alpha 2 I don't think setting the background color this time, the world color this time, is an issue. So today I'm going to be showing off using video clips and doing a sort of green screen where I basically take a specific color out of a video or an image and replace it with alpha, just like they do in the movies, except for this I'm not going to be using a movie. I'm going to be using a sample video. Okay, hopefully this is going to work. Change the source to movie, frames to 250. Yeah, cool. So now I've got our little video clip. So auto refresh on, I'm going to hide that, and same for that. The other thing I'm going to be doing is using some animated text. That's what we're going to be overlaying this time, and that's also what we're going to be using the Chroma Key on. So to start off with, I'm going to change views to default. I'm going to make my text here. Basically just add some text, and we can just see if we can get it in the nicely in the front of the camera. Yep. And we're going to set the world background to, well, no, actually I'll make a big a big plane instead. This should be in front of it. Ooh, it's just on it. Let's move that back forward a bit. I do love the new animation, the little animation for rotating the view. Anyway, so let's go apply text, material to this, and I'm going to make it green. This is dark green. On text I'm just going to leave that colour. So now I'm going to swap views again, and you can see if I do a quickie render, just make sure that's new enough. Yep, we've got a text. I don't really want a shadow on this. I don't want shading either. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to turn on shadeless for this, and under shadow untick receive, so that now we've just got a proper green screen which is completely shadeless and no shadow, so we don't have to deal with any of that. Right, next thing obviously is to apply the Chroma Key. This is the most important part, so let's try and get this right this time, and without Blender crashing. Okay, next we add our image into the input for this, and we set the key color to the background color, so that it's going to get rid of the color which has values of 0.02, 0.56, 0.01. So we know it's going to get rid of that colour. Now it will never be perfect. Even though we say it is shadeless, it will never be perfect. Well, very rarely. So we have to fiddle with the acceptance of it. It's quite apparent, really, that this changes the fall off in the values that it accepts as the colour it should take out. In other words, the colour that it accepts to be the key colour. The real trick in applying a chroma key is getting the balance, obviously, between removing the key colour and retaining the colour of the text. The easiest way to cheat in this is do what I'm about to do, which is add a blur to start off with, because this will be animated, and the video of course is animated, so the blur effect helps to smooth the text, and it also applies quite cool effects by the end of it. My favourite is the fast Gaussian. Can't say it, I won't even bother trying. Just start with a small amount to begin with because it is quite powerful. Make sure relative is checked. That's the blur done. Next, before we put the two together with a mix, I want to resize this image. And obviously to resize it, we need to apply a scale, just like in the previous tutorial. So it's a simple distort. So as indeed relative, and I think it was 1.2 the last time, not sure. So we now applied the scale. We've got one more thing to do, and that's simply to mix them and then smooth that. So as before, mix from colour. It's quite simply just that way around. We want to apply the alpha, the second input, so the text should be overlaid. I'm not quite sure grey is such a great colour, but you know, it works for me. The other thing, I think I want to change that to 1. Look at this. Alright, because of the cube, okay. You can see right there, hello world on our composite output. One more thing to do, I've already said that, haven't I? Is to add the filter just to smooth it a bit. And I'd probably just recommend a 0.5, doesn't need too much softening. Let's not go over the top. Renders it, applies the composite, and now we've got our text over the resized video. I really should make that a bit larger. Oh, where are we? Right, yeah. There. So it's a video with the nicely smooth text in the way. So this next bit isn't paramount, but if you'd like to, just do a quick bit of animation. We're just gonna start from there, and by the time we move on to what, say frame, if you watch when I scrub, because I've got auto refresh on, it changes in the image view on the image node, and I just want to stick with the horses for now. That'll do. I'm not going to render that many frames. I just need to bring that forward a little bit. And set one for location. Not bothered particularly with eye pose. You watch the memory go up. So, if I have time, I'll add this on, or just upload it as a separate video, just so you can see what the end result is. Thank you for watching this rather quick tutorial. I hope you learned something.